at the Homa Bay County.
Thanks, Karaoke. Still on matters devolution, going by media reports and court documents, devolution in Kenya has had significant loopholes that allow corruption to flourish. Now, this is despite the initial intention to increase local accountability and service delivery in remote areas. As Winfrey Owino now reports, governance experts cite a lack of transparency in procurement and financial management as a main loophole of corruption in majority of the 47 county governments.
This week, governors are once again gathering to assess the progress, challenges and future opportunities of Kenya's devolved system of governance. And Homa Bay is the host county. It is a platform for dialogue, knowledge sharing and policy formulation aimed at enhancing equity, inclusion, social justice and service delivery at the county level.
It was all about moving the power from the center to to the people. And on that basis, that's how the spirit of devolution came in. That resources were concentrated in Nairobi for a long time because there wasn't enough time to delineate and say, let's now develop new counties. It was easy in the time that there was during the constitution discussions to take them as counties.
Devolution was to ensure that this country experiences equality in development. It was to ensure that the far-flung areas of this country, where development depended on good political sycophancy, was to come to an end.
But therein lies a deeper issue, one that now appears to be a weaponized tool to fight detractors.
There are quite a number of counties that have done very well, but I think it is the few rotten eggs or rotten beans within the context of the counties that probably have ruined the good reputation of the counties.
You are likely going to see the protest things where they are doing large procurements, because procurement is where corruption is felt. Procurement is where large deals are made. We are not looking at what are some of the soft, closer things that people need. Rather, we are looking at what is this that then people can make kickbacks about.
Observers argue that graft is a devolved evil from the national government. It is characterized by weak enforcement of controls, patronage of systems, and a lack of transparency in procurement and financial management, which create loopholes for corruption to thrive in our counties.
Every governor who comes wants to hire their own people. So, and there is no space for firing. So there is a tendency, and that could be a time bomb, that unless it is, observed and some control mechanisms are put, the wage rate is really a problem.
We lack accountability mechanisms within the institutions. Not that the instruments are not there, but then people have placed a blind eye on that particular area. Why? Because it's very difficult to prosecute your own brother or your own sister or your own cousin or your own wife for that matter, if you can remember the issues of Obado and others.
Illicit tendering processes, embezzlement of funds, nepotism and other malpractices are some of the manifestations of devolved graft. A graft that is now a thriving sector, benefiting individuals and entities at the expense of the public good. Many now wonder if there is light at the end of the tunnel.
When it comes to summit, which is the meeting between the president and the governors, it is not as regular as it is supposed to be. Therefore, there needs to be better coordination between the counties and the ministry at the national government level. That is not there.
We have taken services as something different from human rights. Services must be human rights driven. And that's why I spoke about the Bill of Rights, that you cannot achieve devolution without speaking to the Bill of Rights. Do we need to remove what I can call duplicity? Because why would you have a ministry of water in a county and still have a regional body that takes care of water? That is misuse of resources.
This year alone, about 9 governors are under active investigation by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC. They are facing various charges, including irregular procurement, misappropriation of funds, and use of junior staff to siphon county resources. Some of the affected counties are part of the most marginalized.
Questions?
So deep is the rot that some governors have been kicked out. The most prominent one is Ferdinand Waititu, who is battling it out in the court as he grapples to stay politically relevant. Former Migori Governor Zachary Okoth Obado still faces charges involving fraudulent acquisition of about 235 million shillings from the county coffers. Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya was recently charged for allegedly receiving kickbacks through dummy accounts operated by county finance officers. Counties represent a critical frontline in Kenya's fight against corruption, but that is how they should be, paper tigers of sorts. However, significant loopholes in procurement, oversight and enforcement persist. These are enabling corruption to thrive alongside devolved governance like a cancer in the bones that can only be managed through drastic and deliberate actions. Winfrey Owino, KTN.
To the health sector, which is one of the devolved functions. Get this, as the country marks